Welcome. In this video we'll talk about the first topic in robotics course. It is the electrical circuit. This kit is the kit we will use in the course. It is a battery holder with 3 batteries and 2 DC motors connected to the car base, and we have the red and black wires of the battery. This is the positive terminal and this is the negative terminal. The first step, we want to make this car to go forward. So we want to make this motor work and this motor work at the same time. Let's make the connection in the website first. Now I will bring a battery and 2 motors. All what we have to do is to make the connection between the positive of the motor to the positive of the battery and the negative of the motor to the negative of the battery. Again, make these steps again to the second motor. The same issue, the same steps. Now press start simulation. As you can see, the 2 motors work at the same time. This is called a parallel connection. This is the 2 terminals of the first motor, and this is the 2 terminals of the second motor, and this is the positive and negative. I will connect the first motor in these terminals and the second motor at the same time. As you can see now, the terminals of the 2 motors connected to the positive and negative at the same time. These yellow terminals for the second motor and the blue and the green terminal for the first motor. Now I will put the battery. When I put the battery, the 2 motors work at the same time. Now the 2 motors work at the same time, but take a look to the direction. This motor rotates counterclockwise and this motor rotates clockwise. If I put this car in the round, it will rotate around itself. This rotation occurs due to the direction of the motor, the direction of the right motor to the back and the direction of the left motor forward. Now, to adapt this problem, we have to reverse one of the 2 motor polarity. This motor connected to the positive and negative. If we reverse this connection, this motor will go forward. Now let's make it. Now if you notice, I reverse these 2 wires to make this motor go forward. Now let's make a try. The second part is to make the control on the car. We have to control the motion of the car in the right and in the left direction. To make it, we have to use the buttons. This is the simplest way to use the buttons. This is what we call the classic control, or the classic way. We will use the push buttons to control the motion of the right motor and the left motor to control the direction of the car. In this step, we will make the connection in the website, and again we will make it in the kit. Further, we will know how to make these steps using programming. Take a look to this joystick or to this control arm. It has 2 buttons. Every button have 2 wires. So we have 4 wires. 2 wires to the right button and 2 wires to the left button. Now let's make the connection in the website. As we can see, every motor has 2 wires connected to the battery. What we have to do is to disconnect 1 wire. I will disconnect the negative wire. I will delete these 2 wires. And instead of connect the motor directly to the battery, I will connect the motor to the switch and again connect the switch to the battery. Let's make it again for the second motor with the same steps. Connect it to the switch and connect the switch to the motor. As you can see, the switch has 3 terminals. We use only 2, the middle and the right or the left. Now, let's make a simulation. If we disconnect 1 wire, if I push the bottom and disconnect 1 wire, the first motor will stop. If I press again, it will be connected and the electricity will go to the motor and the motor will continuously rotate again another motor. Let's make it in the kit. To connect the wires to the car, I will disconnect one of these two terminals. I will disconnect the positive or the negative. I will disconnect the negative. So I will disconnect it, and I will have a free wire to the right motor. I will put it right now here, and the blue wire to the left motor. Now I will take one wire. This wire have to be connected to this terminal, to the negative, to make this motor work. But to control it, instead of touch it and release it, I will use the bottom. So I will connect the wire to the bottom. Now the motor connected to the bottom, and I will put here, and the other terminal of the bottom I will put it to the negative. So if I push now this bottom, this wheel will work if I put the battery. I will put the battery to show you. Now let's push the bottom. You can see it's work, because the electricity go from the battery, from the negative, through the bottom, and when I put it, I push on it, the electricity go to the motor, and the circuit will be continuously running. The same steps for the second motor. I will connect this wire, okay, and I put it here right now, and the last one, the last wire will connect the motor to the negative terminal. I will put it in the negative terminal. Now I have finished the work, and the car is ready to be driven. Push the first motor, the second motor, it works. Let's try the small car, small Zumba. When I push the right button, it go left, and when I push the left button, it go right, as you can see. This is the same idea of the big car. This big car has also two motors and two control buttons. If I make a press in this button, it will go to the left, and when I press this button, it will go to the right. So what I make in a small robot, it can be done for the big robot also. It's the same idea, the same connection. You can make your own car now.